Later on tonight, this area of the UC Mall will be transformed. Temperatures will drop, food will be scarce, and comfort will be hard to find. Outside of the University Center, UTA students are preparing to experience life without a home. The event, hosted by UTA Volunteers, aims to bring awareness to the issue of homelessness.
Basically, we're letting people know the factors that lead into homelessness, such as being kicked out of home for youths or anything, or losing homes because of natural disasters, or even being in the military and coming in with nothing and then leaving with nothing.
As the head of the Health and Homelessness Committee, Tanya works with local agencies serving the homeless population. Their signature events include Hunger Banquet, One Day Without Shoes, and tonight's event, One Night Without a Home.
A lot of times when you see a homeless person, you think, oh, someone will help them. That someone is you.
Before students ended their night in makeshift beds, they underwent a series of activities. On Post-it notes, they wrote down the facts, opinions, and perceptions that they had about the homeless and homelessness.
Most people who are homeless are veterans, the mentally disabled and kids who grew up in a back home.
I've seen a lot of homeless people in Dallas and Fort Worth, and I do exactly what they say you do. You know, you roll up the window, lock the doors.
Afterwards, they watched a short documentary and discussed their reactions.
A week without a home, and I will be living off of about only $20 in my wallet. So we can essentially simulate what it would be like for anyone.
When I see videos like this, it's intense that someone will go through that, and it's like, what do you do? Who do you reach out to? Who do you speak to? Like, where can you go?
You can see how easy it is for someone to go down a slope like that and get there pretty easily. What they want more than anything is commonality and normalism.
But anybody could be a paycheck away from being homeless, you know, or a paycheck from everything going wrong and you're on the street too. So it's just like, I appreciate this event. So if I can tell you anything, that thank you for doing this.
Residents from the nearby Arlington Life Shelter served as panelists, sharing their own unique stories.
You never know how life can really be until you think that you've eaten your last meal, or you don't know where you're going to lay your head.
Of course, I know it happens, but whenever you actually hear the numbers, it makes you mad and it makes you want to do something about it and it makes you want to help.
Somebody asked a question from this peer group about what you can do to help the homeless in this area. Transportation is one factor that would be truly a help.
Later on, students were put into smaller groups for a more intimate discussion. The panelists were open books. They talked about the odd jobs they've had, their victories over substance abuse, and what they thought they needed to be done to help more people in their situation.
There has to be something that they can actually do, the government per se can actually do as far as helping people to have a place to stay, to get off of the street.
I was homeless when I was younger, and I kind of know what it's like to be homeless. I felt it. I felt the invisibility. I felt the trying to hide it from my friends at school and trying to be normal and not have that pity and not have people look at me differently or treat me differently.
Group leaders performed monologues that illustrated the different reasons for homelessness and shared statistics.
Go home. I did not have.
Mental illness, domestic violence, rejection of LGBTQ individuals are just some of the factors that can lead to homelessness.
So we are here sleeping outside, and you see everyone, they're building little forts and everything. So it's just an experience to feel what it's like to be homeless for just this night.
Before laying their heads to rest, students were given 1 cup of hot chili with 1 slice of bread. That would be their one meal for the day, much like many of the homeless in the DFW area.
Sleeping. That was the most difficult part. There's actually a lot of times throughout the night where I was like, okay, I'm gonna go home, I can't do this. But then I kept thinking to myself, homeless people don't have that option to go home whenever they can't do it anymore.
Led by Garcia, the students discussed their experiences sleeping outside, speaking with residents from the Arlington Life Shelter, and how to help the homeless in the future.
Buckle down and get what you need to get while you're here. Stay focused. Hopefully we'll never see you over there. But if you need to come, we're there. Because I'm here to tell you today that life happens.